Thank you, Lindsay. It has been a messy start. I'm sure the rain is not adding to great driving conditions out there. You got a lot of road spray out there throughout the morning. We're going to continue these scattered showers for a few more hours before a front finally pushes on through and some drier air moves in. The humidity, we're going to knock the edge off just a little bit the next couple of days. It is July 1st, so to get a front like this right at the start of July, it doesn't always happen, so we'll take it. And it's not a big cold front. In fact, should we even call it a cold front? Is it a cool front, a humidity front? I don't know, but we're going to be just enjoying slightly more comfortable weather the next couple of days. Throughout the morning, we've had scattered showers. I'll show you the rainfall totals in a moment. We'll probably still have some in eastern and southeastern Indiana right up to about lunchtime or so, and then we'll dry out throughout the rest of the day. In fact, we're already been clearing the skies in western Indiana early this morning. Now, there's one more spotty shower chance today. As this rain gets out of here, we could pop up an additional shower in far eastern Indiana and far southeastern Indiana later this afternoon, let's say 3 or 4 o'clock, but otherwise that'll be about it. And we have a few days of some drier, quieter weather. Thank goodness for this front. On the other side, look, there's barely a cloud out there. And because of high pressure, how the winds circulate around it, clockwise flow, we have more of a northwest wind coming in for a few days for the rest of today, your Wednesday and Thursday. Northwest winds up to about 10 or 15 miles per hour at times. So that's just enough to lower the humidity a little bit. All right, so let's talk about some of those rainfall totals. This is through the morning. You can see where we still have some gray color. That's just the map. That means we didn't really pick up anything. It was slim pickings there from Howard County into Tipton and then Marion. They were in Grant County, Miami County, White County, Cass, Carroll County. Not a lot for us. Farther south, right in central Indiana, a lot of scattered rain, enough to wet the ground, but we've had some bigger downpours. In fact, in the morning, we had a flood advisory for parts of the Martinsville area going into Bargersville. And then you see the heavy rain even farther south in southern Indiana, including portions of Greene County, Martin County, and Lawrence County. It's been a wet start, but we won't stay that way. Here are some of the rainfall totals that we had as of 6:45 this morning. Just under 2 inches there in Bedford and Greensburg. And these are some of the areas that picked up a lot of water yesterday. In fact, some of us around Lake Monroe are close to a foot of rain the past 3 or 4 days. When you add everything together, Lake Monroe is about 2.5 feet above where it was a few days ago. So all that water is draining in. Over a ½ inch in Speedway, over a ½ inch in Greenwood. And we got a good 1/4 to a 1/10 of an inch or so closer to Indianapolis, Shelbyville, Rushville. Good morning in Richmond. We had some of those showers as well. So today's highs mid-80s. So technically the temperature is not a whole lot cooler. It's the humidity. But check this out. We switch over to heat index. If you notice the numbers, they don't change because we don't really have a heat index today. That's what we're expecting maybe for the next 2 days because of that light northwest wind. So I tell you what, it's going to be a great afternoon at the Marion County Fair. The ground will dry out. It's a wristband day. Enjoy it. That means for some 30-something bucks, I forgot the exact number, you can go around the rides and ride them all to your heart's desire. But we're going to have a beautiful afternoon and evening. Lower humidity with just that light northwest wind. All right, throughout the morning, we had still some sticky dew points. When you have a dew point, or kind of the measure of how much water's in the air, in the upper 60s and 70s, and at times it's been in the mid 70s, means it's super tropical outside. But then once you start getting into low mid 60s, it feels a little bit more refreshing. I mean, this isn't an Arctic cold front by any means, but we will notice a slight drop. So here's your future dew point forecast. By lunchtime, western half of Indiana and kind of the northern half too will start to finally dry out a little bit. We'll take a little bit longer in Richmond, Winchester, Connersville to Centerville, but then we'll also all pick up on the lower humidity and we'll keep it for a few days. So we just got to get the rain out of here. We'll do it this afternoon. There's that small chance for a very spotty shower in eastern Indiana. You can see the rain zones. The rest of this morning, everything's in eastern Indiana. And this afternoon, we'll wrap things up as well. Here's a look at future track 13. Scattered showers in the morning, but then clear skies coming in from the west. And it's going to be a beautiful Tuesday. Throughout the morning, we'll be talking more about the forecast heading into the 4th of July. Right now, that's a Friday. There's only a 10% chance for a shower. 7-day forecast. We'll enjoy the lower humidity for a couple days, but it is July now. The heat and humidity will return very quickly by the 4th and for the holiday weekend.